How are you doing today, Eric?
I'm doing amazing. How about you?
You know, just surviving.
Been awake for some time now, huh?
Only 20 hours. Something like that. But no, I'm not as tired as I thought I would be. I'm actually fine. I think I'm just more like out of it than anything. I'm not like sleepy or exhausted. I think I'm just like a little slow, a little zoned out kind of thing.
Okay, should we start?
Yep, go ahead.
Let's get the Great Wall started. And glitchless. Obviously, like the name says, for category, no glitching allowed.
But just because it's glitchless, that doesn't mean there won't be any skips. There's gonna be plenty of them. It's far away from dev intended.
Put the game a bit higher. So as I was gonna just say that glitchless is very like arbitrary when it comes to like every different games.
Some of the skips might be quite confusing later, but we'll explain them. We're fine now for quite some time. Everything will be.
TR2 is pretty easy, like simple when it comes to skips as well. It's not like TR3 or 4 where it gets like super mega weird.
So run should take around 1 hour and 40-ish minutes.
Yeah.
Slightly slow, slightly faster, I guess. Your PB is 132, right?
131.
31, sorry.
But it's like really like, something you can't really even get without putting 100 hours first.
Yeah, of course. So Great Wall, he's gonna climb up to get the key. It's because it's faster than using a ladder.
And med route is pretty okay. I'm gonna do some safety stuff. Get some extra meds just to avoid possible catastrophes.
Yeah.
But it's a Tomb Raider game and they can still happen. Because there's no checkpoints unless I save the game. And sometimes you can mess up like a really easy thing as well.
On PlayStation version, there's a option to reset the level, but that doesn't exist here. It's if you die, if you don't have to save, it's back to the start.
Almost died already.
Oh yeah, no.
Got the bad outcome.
So first level doesn't have any huge glitchless skips. It's straightforward. Almost like it's a casual playthrough.
Yeah. Yeah, there's actually nothing except the ladder skip if you want that. All that one any skip.
Also, you will see Footy often throwing flares when he's about to land. He's doing a flare cancel where he's saving around 2 seconds by canceling the stumble animation. It's a glitchless trick and it's often used in runs.
And this level has the first skip. I'm gonna walk here, trigger the dog first. So I can shoot it.
So usually you would have to get 2 keys, get to the boat area, open that door. There's quite a lot of stuff, but he's gonna do 1 banana jump to skip all of it.
Banana jump.
Yeah, that's how it's called. It's
Yeah.
Yep, I know. I just love it.
it's a pretty cool name.
Well, I'm gonna Erack a little bit lower.
Here comes
Just
the bananas in chat. See, that's why I said it.
I even had a split picture, like for the split, it had that exact banana.
Oh yeah, I remember. So everything is skipped. He's gonna open the door and just swim to the next area.
And we can skip the end part as well, because there's a door which opens at the end, or you can, well, the door opens and you can reach the end, and if you play casually, you remember it's a timed door normally, but we can get around the timer and skip it completely.
And timer basically becomes infinite. You have all the time that you
Yeah.
want.
You can just reach, like, you can take like 5 minutes and reach the end. We don't need to open the 2 gates like you normally would.
And I know, if I recall correct, timer is not even that easy to make if you don't take the best path. I remember when I played this. Well,
Yeah, it's quite tight.
Yeah, no, not for the not first time, but I didn't know about the timer skip thing. And if you don't open the door, I'm not sure you can make it even. It's forcing you to do that, kinda.
You can reach the timer, like... Okay, Lara, jump out. I'm gonna jump on a certain tile here, which opens a door. They forgot, or intentionally put the trigger on the water, instead of the button. The button only shows the camera. And the wooden ramp has the timer after the door is open, so if we avoid the wooden ramp after the door is open, timer won't start. We can just go to the end.
And that will be level 2 done.
Hey, Fox. And this beginning is so weird. We have to kill a few rats because the game engine is on limit, where these enemies will not load properly if there's too many alive.
Oh yeah, the pistol guys, right?
Yeah.
Saw that recently, actually.
Okay, rat. Come backflip.
This level also doesn't have many skips. There's only one in the end that saves a lot of time.
Yeah.
It's was quite an easy one to do.
So I did 2 neutral jumps at the door, because I wanted to avoid triggering this guy too early. He will destroy me otherwise. Pistol guys in this game are just brutal.
Yeah, they do quite a lot of damage in really short amount of time.
Proper Pepega moment here at the moment. It's normal.
Oh, yeah. This is also one of the skips. Skips climbing around, pushing the block, jumping to the balcony, and then shimmying to this area.
Let's just save here so I don't need to climb up again if I fall down. And you will see me grab, like, when I grab the ledge, I let go and then grab again. It will skip the swinging animations. But normally, like this next ledge, I would swing like quite a bit. If I re-grab, it skips it completely.
Saves a bit of time.
Yeah.
So obviously I know for, you know, there's glitched and glitchless and everything, so there's different versions. I don't know if that's the word you would want to use for some of these games when it comes to speedruns, but I noticed when Radgrid gave me the list that this was by far the longest one. So I was just curious, what makes, I guess, this one your favorite? Like, what makes speedrunning Tomb Raider 2 your favorite in particular?
It has a lot of action. There's like
It
quite a
does. It does.
little like downtime. It's not just running from A to B. It has
That's
a good
true.
platforming and tricky jumps. Good levels, I think.
And probably the best engine. Lara feels
Yes.
smoothest out of first 5 games.
Yeah.
I don't think
If
I've
you-
heard that before.
If you play casually, you might not see the differences, but when it comes to speedrunning, this is the hands down the best one. It has
What is it? Just the fluidity of her movement you're saying
yeah,
is better in
and
this one?
consistent
Okay.
movement. When like Tomb Raider 3, there's like a million outcomes from one action,
Yep.
and it's just
So we're
nothing
gonna
you can
see
do
that with
about it.
Eric.
And it's just this game is just it has no flaws in a way of like you don't really see speedrunners get really frustrated because the game is not listening, I guess. It's all yours, your mistakes if something goes wrong.
So he did quite a big skip just before jumping through the how do you call that?
Chandelier thingy to the door or whatever, doorway opening something.
Yeah, it's not considered a glitch because
Yes, I'm sorry, I do
that's a
not speak
texture.
English.
It's
Okay.
not a solid object,
Yes,
so
yes,
it's
hot dog, yes sir, no sir, maybe,
it's quite a
okay.
difference how
Thanks for streaming with
how
us
we see
today,
that.
Footy. Glitch Cat.
Yo, Dynamic, Crystal Dynamics, thanks to 5,000 bits. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, here's another skip. The chandelier one was a bit smaller than this one. I'm gonna show it now here. If you press jump and action like normally would, you can't reach this one. But if you hold action and up, you can reach this platform. And it skips blowing up the building.
Another flare cancel, and yeah, that's Venice. That's Bartoli's hideout done.
And now very long level casually. Easily like 40 minutes, 20 minutes.
And
Even
one
if
simple,
yeah, one simple jump.
one simple jump is gonna make it way shorter. But we'll get there.
Oh yeah, even if you know where the key items are and you do it like intended, it's like 20 minutes, 15 to 20 easily. But with one jump, we can make it like under 3 minutes.
And completely glitchless as well.
Yeah. And about drawing guns, you see me draw guns quite often. It's in all Tomb Raider classic games, same mechanic. Fully drawn guns will make you turn instantly the fastest speed instead of like accelerated by frame by frame. And also drawing guns will cancel camera angles that the game is giving you hints what opens or where to go. You don't have to press look to skip them because drawing guns is way better. It will make it that you can actually keep moving while skipping the camera angles. Like for example, if you're in the water, pulling levers, and the game tells you what door opens, but you don't want to see it. You have to press look, which makes you unable to move or turn at the same time.
Yeah, in a few places it's quite important. You want to know where you're going. You don't
Yeah.
want to fall off some tile or something on spikes. Or there's a few places where
I did a
canceling
drop
cameras.
here. If you have enough momentum, you can do like a fake grab. Right after Lara goes over the edge, you can tap action and she falls down below of the ledge, and you can skip a huge part of the level already, and then curve jump earlier would skip the 70% of the level. Let's say that.
And that's Italy area done. So Lara lost all her guns on this level, and
Yep.
she has to get them back. Footy is gonna... Usually you would be forced in this level to go down in the water, open levers, swim around.
Yeah.
But what Footy's gonna do is he's gonna go up. He's gonna wait for the guy with a gun to come up and blow up the window, and just gonna jump on the plane in a place where they left the fence open, and that's gonna skip that whole swimming part, and that saves quite a bit of time.
Yeah. So I'm gonna stand on this keyhole. If they can't see me, they run faster. And then stand here. They shoot the window, and we can skip the swimming part, like Erack said. This isn't EPC.
Oh, are you playing EPC or?
No, this is UK box.
Ah.
I did the EPC sequence there. It's so strong muscle memory. From like 2 years ago.
So there's 3 main versions as well. One of them is multi-patch. It's the one you get from the Steam when you download it. Second one is UK box. It's the one Foot is using right now. It's currently the fastest one. And third one is EPC. That was one that was used before Floating Islands skip was found recently.
And APC is Eidos Premier Collection. But we just call it EPC because it's way shorter.
And it's important to just switch from multi-patch to either EPC or UK box, because multi-patch has a big flaw. It's if you're trying to jump in a low ceiling area, Lara's gonna stumble, and that's quite important in places like end of 40 fathoms, right?
Yeah.
Like yeah, in that place you might want to side flip, and causing some issues.
So I'm manipulating AI here, going on a certain spot on this bed, and make them like go up and down. They get stuck. I can get all 3 meds in one pickup.
Triple pickup.
Yeah, instead of taking them one by one.
So if pickups land close to each other, Lara can pick all of them up in one pickup, compared to other ones in DR4 where she has to take each one of them, right?
Yeah, each pickup individually, even if they're stacked.
Which kind of makes sense, I guess.
You would think so. And here you can skip the blocks completely. If you just jump through the middle, the fire hitbox is not actually the full tile. So you can just avoid the fire.
So he's doing all of this to get the key card to open the last area. the red key card like that he picked up.
Got the fastest jump, nice. Easy game.
Ooh, nice. Smooth. And we're getting close to the first thing that might be confusing
Yeah.
to the buffer jump. So there's usually in this level you would need to go in a area with a pool with a few enemies where you would have to get the green key card, but it's not required in Glitchless Speedrun. He still has to fill the first pool, and after he does that, he's gonna do a buffer jump. It's basically how I would explain that the best. He's gonna open and close inventory. I'm not sure how many times.
3 times.
I've never really learned this thing, but just to get like a precise jump, and he'll be able to make the jump across the empty pool and grab the hole where you would have to swim through usually.
Yeah. Like the inventory buffering works. Like it game advances 2 frames between closing and opening inventory if you hold the key, so it's always consistent 2 frames. I'm drawing guns, 3 buffers, which is 6 frames, and that will let me do 2 drawing guns animation and then grab on the last frame possible. So here, first, I'm gonna save here because you can get outcome where he's angled. I'm gonna hold up certain point, like this, side flip, and then 1, 2, 3, and now I'm gonna do running jump, draw guns twice, and then hold action. That will let me to get the maximum the jump distance in this game. In tier 1 and 2, the later you grab, the further Lara can reach. And the buffering is just for the draw guns to time the last frame grab. You can do it without it, but it's not consistent at all. Just full frame perfect.
Yeah, it could take a few attempts to do it
Yeah.
without buffers.
And the setup, the beginning setup where I just ran straight and then side flip, will put me in a perfect position where Lara jumps the last frame possible, where she has her foot over the edge, which looks a bit weird, but
Looks
it's
completely.
normal.
Completely.
Yeah, every game has that kind of thing. Any game you jump, you basically recreate the same situation. It looks like you jump over the edge.
That is probably the most common thing people are confused about for this game, right?
Yeah.
And
Especially there's water, like the wall there.
yeah, it really looks how it shouldn't look.
And now 1 minute later, and then soon after 30 seconds of it as well. I forgot to explain, I skipped the beginning part where you have to turn off the fan, because there's a little gap Lara can squeeze through. If you swing, if you swim on like 45-degree angle towards the wall, you can squeeze through the water current part. Skips the fan completely. This one, oh, there's one skip at the end. It's quite a big actually.
Yeah, it saves. I don't know how much, but basically saves you
The back
going around.
completely.
Yeah.
Do this part safely. It's just not gonna die stupidly.
Yeah, sometimes you can fall down and not make it on a slope, and
Yeah.
she's gonna break her neck if she does that.
So ignore the guy, it's faster, and then just tell him when you get back up. Sometimes his pathing is really bad when you get there first time. And it just takes too long to try to kill him. It's easy. You just get 2 chances. And you look which one is the best one. I mean, you don't really have a choice. If you skip it first time, you have to do it on second one, but at least you have a chance. Don't remember when I've done this, drop this, save.
Why did Radgrid say the best part now?
The ladder.
Hmm.
It's always such a big meme. It's like 1.5 minutes. I timed it once. It's like 1.5 minutes of climbing in this level.
Oh.
In a glitched run, that's skipped.
Yeah, completely. Takes like 3 seconds to skip it. Oh, flamethrower guy, behave. Nice. This level is where they introduced the flamethrower guy, which is pretty neat enemy, just a brutal one sometimes.
But he doesn't have a lot of health. So
Yeah.
That's like balance.
Some parts I feel like he should have way more.
Yeah, he's kinda too weak. I don't know how many shots does he take, but
He takes like
not
5
a lot.
double shots on both pistols, so it's like 10. Yeah, it's too low health, like 10 HP or something. Hold on, how much does it take? No, he has 20. I think auto pistol does 2 damage per hit. 5 double hits is 10. Yeah, 20 hit. He's way too weak, but then there's like some rooms, if they placed him, he's like just too OP.
Yeah, like the one we skip. Right, the one where you have to place the last key card. There's a flamethrower there, if I recall correct.
Yeah, Rad answered. Now we get the circuit breaker. Health, enough health. Oh, don't hit.
So he's gonna get the M16 here as well, right?
Yeah.
It's on
Saving
a quite
for accidents.
a sneaky place.
And here you can just jump over these fires. It's
Hitboxes are not that big.
Yeah.
Lara does take damage, but she doesn't get set on fire.
in Tomb Raider 3 they increased, like basically it started in tier 1. The hitbox is extremely small, like you can just run through the tile without getting set on fire. Tier 2 you can't run through the full tile, but you can get around it. Tier 3 they added it, it's even worse. You can barely run past the tile, and then
Yeah,
tier
in
4
VR,
is just
it's completely
Yeah.
whole tile, yeah.
You will see some fire shenanigans in Mario Doria when I'm doing the fire skip, the block skip, door key skip, whatever it is. It happens because like Lara has invisibility. Well, not invincible. I would say invisibility frames or something when she's interacting with the block. Yeah, here I'm gonna do a setup to make this consistent, but you can do it without this setup. You can curve jump, skip it.
Yeah, another huge skip this time.
It skips the complete, like the backtrack, getting the key cards, and I don't even remember what everything skips.
Same, honestly.
Once you know these skips in Glitchless, for example, you start to do them in casual blades. Like, yeah, I don't want to do this boring part.
So has to kill these two guys and level and step on the tile and level and will trigger. And now
Save the monk, almost.
one of the best areas. So he has to get some air here because he's not gonna. He can make it, but he would
It's at
take
one
a
med,
bit of
small
damage.
med.
Yeah. So it's done to save a mid. So this level is kind of short, even in let's say the intended route.
Yeah. This is the one skip here. You skip lowering the water. I don't remember what I'm doing. Ah. Yeah, okay.
Oh,
I
did
still
you?
memorized the mirrored. I was like, am I doing it correctly? Last time I
Oh.
did it mirrored. So I played this whole game mirrored, where every level is wrong way around. You can do it with the randomizer, so... I'm gonna save here again. So here you can just run through, heal once, and then get in the water. Skips the whole puzzle. And then soon I'll do the second and the last skip. Which is again, really simple. Which they didn't think about.
Puzzles that involves a lot of going around in circles.
Yeah, back and forth, it's just... So here I'm gonna hold look. Because I don't have a harpoon to draw. And skip the camera, so you have to either turn around blindly or just roll and hold look.
And you skip the secret as well.
Yes, and to trigger fishes. So here, if you drop right side, you can access this area earlier, which is... I don't remember. Is this the water one? No, it's the door. Okay.
No, it's it's the door because still it isn't glitched here.
Yeah. God, my knowledge is so good. I always just skip the camera, so...
So he did a jump there to skip the log pushing, pulling. You can just jump on it and save quite a bit of time.
Basically, the climbing animations, as many as you can skip, and pushing and pulling blocks, you save a lot of time just by doing that. Those are one of the slowest animations in the game.
Right, so he filled the pool, opened the door. He's ready to go to the level end and do the ambush part.
And we see how angry this shotgun guy is today. He can be extremely nice or just way too angry. Like unreasonably angry. He seems to be nice. This is a very nice one. Shotgun guys have like few different shooting patterns, and that was the slowest one, basically. They can do like automatic gun speed, and then that just destroys your health completely. And there, I grabbed the collapsing floor in order to prevent taking like 80% of my losing my 80% of my health.
So you might wonder why is he going up and not gonna go for the circuit boards. He's gonna skip that whole part by pushing the block through the fire hitbox. We were mentioning that before, and he's gonna take advantage of smaller hitboxes.
Yeah. So in these tiles on the corner, you don't get set on fire, right? When you're pulling or pushing a block, you can go through the tile on the edge, but if you go on the side, on the middle, you would get set on fire. For some reason, you can do this, you can set on fire, you just lose health.
Takes a few minutes away, but it's worth the time save.
Yeah, definitely, it's like probably 10 minutes just to get those circuit boards, breakers.
Oof, I would say even longer.
Probably. There's a lot of block pushing. Like 3 rooms full of blocks in that route. I'm looking sideways in order to see the edge. It's easier to jump and time it.
So probably one of the longer levels.
Yeah, this one I
really
can see
short.
is probably the easiest, the longest ones, I would say.
Well, barking is also long, but that's the one
Yeah.
that doesn't really have any skips for glitchless. Or I mean, not the huge ones, at least.
It avoids us to go on top of the Buddha.
Oh yeah, true.
And yeah, but it's not like 50% of the level is gone. Maybe a few minutes, but this level, Xian and Opera House have skips, what used to skip basically whole level. The main part of them. Hey Makehorse, thank you. Hey Mohan. Hey Fetch. Hey Ryan, everyone. And I'm gonna save here before I get in the water, because there is an extremely rare chance that the shark is camping the water entry and you get instantly killed. I've seen it happen once to me and once to other runner. And it's really rare, but it's a chance.
Looks like they're far away.
Yeah.
So sharks do quite a lot of damage. I don't know how much.
It's like 40%, but they can hit twice in one, like tier 2
Yeah.
tier 1.
Double hit.
Yeah.
And there's 2 of them, so if they're on top of each other, they're just gonna drain like all of your health. You don't even have time to react or heal.
So when you take the key there, always go right side. Don't ask me why, but the left side has more room, so you would think that's safer one. But the sharks will... They are so smart, they cut the corners and swim straight to you instead of going around behind you. But if you go right side, they don't know what shortcutting is, and you can just swim past them, and they don't know how to turn. So it's way safer, even if it looks more tight or tighter.
Also, quite interesting thing is that this whole boat is upside down. You can see that basically ceiling is what's supposed to be floor.
Yeah, keyhole is upside down, but Lara can use the key out right way around.
Yeah, she just flips the key. I'm interested why the lever was not upside down. Would make sense
How
to
much
me.
health do I have? Good shotgun, guys. Yeah,
I did it.
Mohab, I just... You will learn. If you put like almost 2,000 hours into one game, you will... you have to learn something. It's basically...
So living quarters, also quite a lot of skips, especially the one in the end.
Yeah. And we skipped the fire, but it's not really that big. Just a little shimmy skip. So I'm gonna avoid killing these 3 guys here. I'm gonna try to get the jump within a few tries. As again, the hitbox is so small. If you land on a corner and do standing jump, hug the right side. You skip it. There's a line on the ground I follow where to jump from, so... I have to go for the IL strat here, just to show off and... oh, not make a clown of myself, nice. That skips the climbing up animation, which is probably a second time save. Worth it for like 10-second time save. A time loss.
So there's plenty of movement things that may look slower, but all of them are timed and they actually save time. One
Yeah.
of one of the biggest things that always gets questioned is turning in water, but turning in water using roll is actually slightly slower compared to just turning around using left or right.
Yeah, you just want to avoid rolling any time you can.
Also, same thing applies for ground as well. Don't wanna. You always want a pistol turn compared to rolling.
Or even normal turn, it's just... rolling is just always bad. And then... the same goes with like block, like the climbing up I meant earlier, or mentioned earlier. If you can jump on top of the block instead of climbing up, you must do it. Well, I would recommend doing it. It's like 4 seconds each climb up. The funny thing is, like, when I learned this category first time, like, early 2017, I ran it because I thought I know the game. I played it casually as a kid and as an adult, but turns out I knew probably 10%. There was
Did
just
you
too
do like?
much.
Did you do like improvised routes, like the
Yeah,
one
I
where
did
you?
like intended route, and then I did few skips I knew, but like it was just like,
Ah.
why am I so far behind? Never mind, didn't even watch the route probably.
Yeah, I think everyone started like that, honestly, or at least most of people. It's always a thing with glitchless runs. You think you
You
know
know the
them,
route,
but
then you're like,
you don't.
never mind. And here's one skip, little standing jump. You can avoid the room completely.
Yeah, it skips the puzzle thing.
Yeah.
The one where you have to pull 2 levers and then shimmy and open another lever, and then you have to climb around, do some. There's block there, right, as well.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
timed. But yeah, there's always new things to learn. It's like even like 2 days ago, I learned something new about TR4, like just the movement wise, and it's just there's
Learning
always
never ends.
something. Huh?
Learning never ends.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're getting close to the jump over the pool. You might remember the offshore rig jump, where you had to do extended jump to get the distance. He's gonna do something similar here, but it's way less precise.
I'm gonna
He's
load.
gonna, yeah, he's gonna. It's not that easy to get, but it's also, yeah, he got
Not
it.
that hard.
Yeah.
Basically, I timed the second last jump. Because the ground where I need to jump onto the opening is slanted away from me. It makes seeing the edge really hard and the timing really precise. So I time it before the jump before that, and then I know if I have to like curve or just manually timing after I land. If I need to delay for like wait 2 seconds or whatever. But there's a setup as well for it. Just slightly slower. But one of those again where we abuse the really late grab to reach platforms you're not meant to. Here's a one skip as well.
So in beginning of this level, you would usually be required to go down. There are a lot of puzzles, a lot of block pushing again. But Footy just climbed up and well, skipped one quite a big part.
Yeah. I even forgot to mention that the first jump was a skip.
Yeah.
It's just a so
but
normal thing.
but he still has to get the key to open the up part, to get the key for the how what its name? It's the no, it's not cistern, it's the hotkey. Yeah.
Yeah, something. I don't even remember the names. And here's if I can get this sequence all the way down, it's pretty smooth. But nope. Well, go backwards.
Also, if you don't know where you're going in here, there's a good chance you might just fall and take a lot of damage and die.
Yeah, you die. You do it wrongly. For rules, like for this drop, you can make this drop if you get one glove guy hit. But if you take one hit from shotgun, it's not enough. You have to heal.
In Glitch, this whole getting the key part is skipped. This level takes around 1.5 minutes,
Yeah.
right?
It's a lot shorter. I mean, 5.5 minutes is not too much either.
Yeah, it's also quite short for Glitchless as well.
There's really tight corner, like you can squeeze through that and land up. One of the trickier jumps in this level. Well, apparently jumping straight as well is. And this part is just hoping that you don't get hit by this shotgun guy too many times. The whole end part is just hope. I should have meds and I will pick more backup meds, so It's not end of the world if I have to use 1 or 2 extra meds.
Oh, you're gonna get the M16 ammo as well.
Yeah. Where is the shotgun, guys? Okay, that's pretty cool. None of them seen around. But you are not safe yet. Even if you climb up here, they can blast you through the wall. On this next part where I climb up. For some reason they can just shoot you here. Oh, I just missed the easy jump or what? Yeah, I got shot.
Oh yeah, I see.
If you're very unlucky, like I got once where I lost half a health back just from that. Like normally climbing up, not even messing up anything.
Those are some strong bullets. Go through the wall.
And we get the grenade launcher here.
That sequence for going down is really smooth.
And I'm gonna save just in case for really bad weird AI pathing. Okay. These flamethrower guys are, I wanna say consistent, like I don't wanna say 100% because I've seen them be some weird, but
Like 99%.
yeah. And here I'm holding jump right side to skip the sliding part. You can jump on the very first frame of the level.
Yeah, you can swan dive. You can jump backwards. You can do well anything that you can
Yeah.
do in one frame.
On any level.
It's
Here's
also
the first
not,
skip.
that's not considered a glitch.
You can reach this platform with a very late grab.
So just casually jump over the canyon.
Yeah. Best music. And that little jump skips the whole going around the track you're supposed to. But it's the easiest speedrun. I don't really know if there's like a definitive answer to that.
Yeah, it's quite a hard thing to answer.
I honestly would do whatever game is your favorite, because if you don't like the game but it's easy, you might give up. Because these games are one of the hardest ones, like overall, compared to like Resident Evil, for example.
Also depends on the category that you're running.
Yeah.
It's quite different from game to game.
Glitchless is easy because it's like easy to learn, I mean. But it's probably the harder one to run.
Because they're, yeah, it's longer, and if run is longer, it's harder to optimize it.
Glitch might take a bit longer to learn, but way easier to run because it's shorter. But there's a very helpful community, like you can ask the runners like on their streams or their Discord, or we have a Discord for Tomb Runner, like where all the Tomb Runner runners are in, so there's always someone helping. So that little jump skips the need for the key. You would raise the platform in order to get up here with the skidoo and trigger the avalanche, but with the stand, little jump. skipped already. Thank you, Mabia. But if like purely easiest, probably tier 4 or 5 any percent. Just because they lack gameplay.
Yeah, especially TR5 where the run is around 40 minutes, but you don't have that much gameplay, so it comes down to
Yeah.
like 20-ish minutes.
Yeah, TR5 has like unskippable cutscenes you can't skip, which is like the reason nobody really runs it. TR4, few cutscenes, but the category is like 25-minute long now. But it has a little gameplay still, very short. I'm gonna take the safety route here. It's slower, but yeah, the faster route is a bit risky. If you get a bad outcome, you explode.
So he had to do all of this driving and everything to get the key for the hut. That's the
Yeah.
only reason. There wasn't anything else.
TR5 cutscene less is like 27 minutes or 26, something like that. But it's not fully cutsceneless. There's still cutscenes you have to watch.
Like
Game of soft luck
flybys.
otherwise. So there's like 25, 24 minutes of gameplay actually in the whole game. So I pull the lever first, then take the meds. It will give me time to get the enemies closer to the door. And then they have to turn around and I can just run away.
Also, sometimes they can do like a really fast train where they take all of your health in 2 seconds.
Yeah. There's clips. Enemy killing you in like 2 frames. It happens because there's too many enemies alive and the game engine can't handle it. And then one of the guys is deloaded, but he can still shoot you. And then his damage is like, his fire rate goes to like 100 or something crazy. And it's just like, you have no reaction to heal if you're unlucky. So, if you see speedrunners trying to look for the bird and kill one of them at least, there's 2 of them flying around.
That's the reason.
Yeah.
So over here he's pulling the block and you're gonna side flip, right? Do you skip the...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Same thing.
To skip the 2 guys, that's what usually spawn. It's basically a trigger skip.
Yeah, it's the only one tile where they trigger 2, but you can just go around it really easy. And then you can either do swan dive or late grab. Because swan dive is a max distance jumps as well.
And now the longest level of the run, right?
Yeah.
I don't think any is longer.
My
So
favorite
you need
level across the franchise.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Erack?
Yeah, you have to get... Footy has to get 5 prayer wheels in this level, and all of them are quite far away from each other. So that takes quite a lot of time.
Yeah, they're scattered like... This level is so big. You just have to. But there's like 3 years ago or something, iCore found a glitch where we can dupe the prayer wheels. So in Glitchless, this level is like 3 minutes and 20 seconds long. Because we only collect one of the prayer wheels and then dupe it with Seraph.
It's amazing.
This level used to be like 11 minutes in Glitchless as well, back in the 2018.
Also in these levels, there's monks, and if you don't shoot them, they're gonna stay friendly, and they're gonna help with killing the enemies.
Yeah. And
Quite ideal.
sometimes you can even shoot them and they don't react to it, but I don't know what the conditions are for it. Sometimes they're just a little dumber than other times. And there's a thing most people probably know who plays this casually. There's like two types of enemies in this level. Uzi guy, who has the green jacket, and then automatic pistol guy, who has like the blue pants. And monks cannot get hit by the Uzi guy at all. Forest jump. And they can only die to the auto pistol guy. So if you kill auto pistol guy, you can leave monks alive and fight the Uzi guy, and they will always win. I don't know why they coded it like that. I'm gonna kill this guy or shoot him at least a little bit, and hopefully he kills him. Okay, he killed him. And these Uzi guys do so much damage, it's unreasonable sometimes, like... It's quite dumb sometimes.
That's the first prayer wheel. 4 more to go. The next one is the outside one, right?
Hold on, I think. I get, yeah, on the rooftop.
The roof, yeah, the rooftop, yeah.
There's the bigger skip, like, on this level. So, here are, like, classic games, they have lip maps, which is like, there's two rooms on top of each other, and then, let's say one level has the water in, and one level, other room doesn't have the water in. And then, if there's a trigger to it, it flips on and off. And now the pool is filled until you empty it. By emptying, you would need to go on top of the Buddha, use the crystal or the gem, and go down, pull a block, and stop the water flow. But because we go over the trigger, it goes to mode where the pool is empty. And we don't go back the same way as you're intended. So it stays empty. And we can skip the one of the gems completely. We trick the game a little bit. Might be a bit complex, but...
There's also a way to stop the trap part, right?
Yes.
I remember getting that a few times.
I did it in my first knowledge limits as well. It was good times. Got stuck there.
Oof.
Between the slope and the balls.
Oh. Rough.
So I'm gonna... Oh, actually I need to aim this guy. If the monk is coming towards me on this corner, I would aim at him in order to stop him, because he's like getting angry at me. I'm not gonna shoot, I just aim, so he freezes. And then that means he's closer to this enemy here, taking the attention from me. I really rely on monks being nice. And get the Uzis here from the green jacket guy. I'm not gonna risk him. Yesterday I tried to look up where the flip map trigger is, and it looked like it's in between the fire traps. So I thought it would be on this staircase, but it wasn't. There's a software, Tomb Raider runner, like community members have built where you can open classic Tomb Raider levels, the files. No, what am I doing? And you can see all the triggers for everything, levels, like how they're built. It's very useful.
It's called TR View.
Yeah, get a view. It's open source, you can get it from GitHub if you want to. And that's how a lot of things are found as well. Okay.
It's pretty cool because you can see the level from different perspective.
Yeah. And you can see all the enemies, like where they trigger, so if you can avoid them. Just the more enemies you can trigger without time loss, or with very minimal time loss, is basically a win situation for speedrun. Or if you just want to know how they're built. That was here. And it's compatible with all the classics as far as I know. I don't know if there's any other new updates for... So here, I'm gonna go on the left as I can. Standing jump, and then I'm gonna line up the corner with Laura's hair, or like the middle part of her head. So I'm gonna do the same buffer setup than before. You don't need this one, it's not that much precise. I'm just gonna do it because consistency. You can jump on the window. You can go another.
So all of the things that you see are part of a setup. Whenever there's a complex jump, there's always a reason why something is done in a specific way. It's always to get a same position, to make sure that jump will always work and be consistent.
Yeah. It's one of those jumps where there's like basically no room for error.
So that's the third one. We still have the outside one and the pool one to get.
Yeah, next one is the pool. We need to go through the trapdoor section, or trap section, and if it goes smoothly, it looks smooth. Yeah, this sequence here is already like part of the way I do it. Basically, I'm gonna set this up. Okay, I need 2 jumps on. And then I'm gonna jump on a certain spot over the fire. And I messed it up. Cool. I'm gonna wait a... You can make this like completely non-stop. Just run through it. Temple of Xian. You will not see much of that level. Fortunately, we'll skip 80% of it.
But we'll get there.
Yeah.
That trap section before was probably one of the harder ones. The game, right?
Yeah, it is. You have to learn like the timings. And if you're early or too late, you have to like improvise sometimes. But you can always like just take it easier and just a bit slower. And there's a very rare case where this level crashes the game. So I'm gonna actually save here when I get on this area. If the monks target the enemy, as far as I know, if they can't find the path, sometimes it gives an error and just crash the game. It's a bit unlucky because it happens like in one out of 1,000 runs probably. It's super rare on this one. But if you play this on Mac, it's very often. Like probably 60%.
I know it can also crash in offshore. I had the offshore
Yeah.
crash once.
Same.
And I was so confused.
And on PS1 is leveled as well, quite unstable as well. But Mac is easily the most random one.
Not surprised.
Nope. Ouch, it would be.
Alright, about to get the last prayer wheel. And that will be 5 of them. And Footy's favorite level will be done.
Yep. And then we have catacombs, and then Ice Palace before the Temple of Xion. I almost want to heal, but I also don't want to heal.
You'll be fine.
This guy is hidden shit.
Oh.
I'm gonna just heal. Never mind, it was wasted.
Shame.
Yeah. In this game, I'm sure there's no proof, but I am sure that they coded that if you heal, enemies stop shooting. It happens way too often. You're very low health, then you heal, and then it's like, okay, we'll leave you alone.
They're aware of your health.
Yeah. He's actually sub 15, which is...
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, it's really good. I think it's sub 15. Anything for 15 below on marathon setting is really good.
Yeah, whole level went really smooth, gotta say.
Yeah.
Whole run in general is going really well so far.
Last time I said that I lost like 6 minutes in late game, so...
Ah! So let's not say anything too early.
This guy... This level is quite short, has few interesting skips. Okay, leopard is being actually cool.
Oh, that's the first time I've seen no damage there.
It is not common to get that kind of leopard.
Yep.
You usually
I know
get
you can
pushed
get
around.
You can even get pushed in a corner, right?
Yeah.
Like glitch out.
And here I'm gonna save. There's a very rare outcome where the leopard is camping right below you, and when you do this drop, it will push you down without stopping, and then you die. And I had it once in Marathon Run, Like on when I was doing like 1 to 5 run. I tried to learn from that. Even if it's like 3 years ago, it's still nightmare fuel.
Some of the things you always remember.
Yeah. So here, this looks weird, but I'm actually skipping a trigger for 4 leopards. There's 6 of these actually total. I think so, yeah. I skipped 4 of them. Just jump around the triggers.
Please come again.
You good luck.
Thank you. Oh, come on, shoot.
Oh no.
Nice. So I don't want to kill this Uzi guy too far outside. Because I want the pickups from him. And M16 is a bit clumsy gun. Because if you have a full stop or you start running, it just interrupts the shooting. And it's the best gun in the game, even though. Because if you learn how to use it, it's very effective. But I just made a really good case of not using it. So here's the skip. I'm gonna pull it once, walk back on for it, and then when the Yeti on this tile starts running, I'm gonna pull it 3 times, and then wait him to push me, and then roll. It will skip the block push and pull apart completely. But it is an RNG strat, which is it's random. Sometimes you have no Yetis running up because they get stuck downstairs. Yeah, it's one of the most recent strats for this category, which is like 2 years ago or something, 3 years ago. Okay.
Ooh, that's a big drain.
Yep. Take it slow. And here you can skip the jump. You can skip going around and pulling levers in a water by just doing a curve jump. It saves like 20 seconds, I think, if you get a good or like a decent Yeti, because it's RNG how fast they run up as well. Sometimes you can get instant and sometimes they just take like 10 seconds to arrive. That's the level done. You can still run over the boulder even if you go from behind and hit it, so don't touch. And Ice Palace, not really any skips here, just a springboard stuff. We can skip one of the platforms, but other than that, pretty straightforward. Almost just killed Laura, but it's okay. I just wanted to test if it works.
Yeah, those springboards are quite interesting how they behave. You can easily just end up being pushed up without any momentum and you just fall to your death.
You just like jump on one spot and there's nothing you can do. You can't get away from it.
You can only watch Lara die.
So here, if you go on the right side of this doorway, you skip one trigger for the tigers. I don't know why the left side is only triggering it.
Also, it's cool how you don't even need to pick up the mask. Only thing you need to do is roll on the tile.
Yeah. They somehow placed the trigger for this door here on that tile instead of the pickup itself. So we can skip the pickup. You might think, why? Because you need it. We can just jump over this fence here. I don't know what I just did, but it looked awful.
Oh, it worked. So.
I did two strats mixed again, which is really bad result. The faster strat loses just a little bit of health, but is slightly faster. I just end up doing fast and slow, which results extra slow. And here, if you hold guns, the game doesn't give you like the most awful camera angle ever. It's one of the worst ones. It's like zoomed out, and it's just awful. These are Yetis. You will see a massive chicken soon. Okay, I wanna showcase the strat kill the chicken, which is
The one with oh, I won't spoil it. If that's
yeah, it's
what you're
30% the one as well. Or you just stand there.
Oh, I thought you would do a swan dive.
No. But here, if you stand on one spot on a specific area, it shouldn't hit you. It can hit you. And so I saved. And now Xian, everyone's favorite because it skipped.
It's probably one of my favorite levels.
Big fan. I don't know why, but this level is just... it's just something else. So we get to this secret opening and do a little setup. This should be that. And then from here you can just do a curve jump into a roll and land on the slope. And then shimmy here, backflip twist and hold right. And then roll. And you land here, which is the end level. If you had missed the secret and you wanted to have it in casual play, I'm gonna get this one. You can reach the secret opening from that bridge area. But if you really wanted to have that secret.
Oh really? I didn't
Yeah.
know that actually.
It is a bit precise, but you can reach it. Yeah, I'm not doing the fast run. No reason. I'm gonna skip the music here. There's a very intense music. You can go around it. So it's less intense part. Because I can rescue. Simple answer. Showing off. The next level is amazing. I think it's one of my favorite ones.
Why?
Because it's so weird. It's just every level is like there's some kind of like it looks pretty okay, but then there's floating element which is just straight from like Nightmare or something weird. It's just floating stuff.
Oh my god, my mic was muted. But I asked
Welcome
why. Thankfully, Eric also asked why, so your question was answered. But I was just like saying things, and then I was like, oh. And then I look down and I see the red line on my mic button on my cord, and I'm like, that explains many things. I don't know how long I've been talking to myself, but it's probably been a while.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't heard in a
And
while.
you guys probably thought I was dead, or at least like asleep on the floor in my chair. But I am still here. I just had an adventure speaking to myself, but now I'm back.
Welcome back.
Glad I'm entertaining. Just takes being awake for like 22 hours to start being funny. I will write that down.
Yeah, the platform jump I did where I grabbed the ledge, you can miss that one and fall down and you don't die. There's a few areas and tiles you don't actually die to the tomato soup. So you can fail it and then just climb up on the platform and come up, back up.
Did you say tomato soup?
Yeah.
You guys with your keck emotes, man.
Number one trending one. Quite a while this time.
For the speedrunners, seems like it. I kept laughing every time Radgood was using the pause one. I had never seen it before.
So here I instantly go right because it avoids me stepping on a tile which triggers an enemy. And here's the newest strat probably for the whole run. You see me skip the trigger for the lever for this door. On this specific version, this door doesn't exist. They forgot to add the collision to it completely. So it's not considered as a glitch because it's visually there but actually not there, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, basically if something is a texture, then it's not considered a glitch going through it. It
Yeah.
looks really glitchy, but it doesn't just away how the game is seen.
So there's a that scary jump. You have to jump really late, not hit the slope, and then late grab. And you can skip the downstairs area. But yeah, texture, it's like, there's things in Tomb Raider 3, for example, you can use it. There's a grass or leaves on the ground. They look like paper thin walls, but there's textures, so I always say that the trapdoor is basically just the grass or leaves now on this version. And then you can drop on this bridge without using the zipline. Just hold left, you get on this. Yeah, I'm gonna get hit. So can I heal? Safety strat. In speedruns we go forward and then jump, but the backflip twist is just the marathon save strat. Avoid saving and just passable save load memes. But I'm gonna do the jump on this roof with the save. I wanna show that. Because I think it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna save. This saves 6 seconds. if done without the save. Oh, I jumped in the wrong one. You can skip that. I remember my health. I would prefer knowing my health at the moment. Okay,
Yeah, also, I don't know how good. Okay, yeah. Also skip here to skip the block raising part.
Almost just died, but it's okay. If that was TR1, I would be dead 100%.
Yeah, you would get set on fire.
Yeah, and then the angle I was hitting the wall would be just... Yep, no swan dive. It's the intended way, I assume. Because that's the only way you can reach it. If not doing a light grab. I remember struggling with it as a kid, because like, that's the only way to go, but I can't reach it. And then randomly swan dive and it worked. That roll is unnecessary. I do it for safety, just to avoid bad stuff. And here, fake grab to skip the cage and save here. If I get the bad pathing. I'm gonna stand on a certain spot, he won't hit me, and then I can just like destroy him fast. Pull the lever before the second one arrives, and then use the Uzis on him. And then get the M16 again. Trigger this guy, walk backwards, and you should die before he hits me. Yeah. How many meds? Way too many.
Oh, you're good.
So if I was low on meds, this guy drops a med pack. Nice jump. Welcome back. It's going good, actually. Surprisingly good. Without doing this. I did like 2 or 3 runs last week.
I had to clip that. So I'm still here. Just letting you guys know. Rad actually just asked. No, Rad, you'll see why in the Discord, because I posted a link to the clip. I was like, I have to clip that so that I can remind myself how stupid I was.
It happens. I was quite out of it yesterday. I was 31 hours away.
No. I didn't mean this. 30 hours? Why?
Because I had something to do in the morning and I couldn't fall asleep. And then I was just like,
yeah.
I pulled an all-nighter. I fell asleep at 6 and woke up at 8.
See, I mean, I've done that too. I have been up for 24 hours, blah, 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 blah. But I think it's just, it's different when you're up for just, you know, whatever reason and you're doing, you know, just playing games or hanging out or whatever. But I think it's different when you're actually, like, working, quote unquote.
Yeah, it's because there's also, like, just exhausting rather, probably, than getting tired. Just
luckily, it's also fun. Otherwise, I'd probably be more dead than I am right now.
This is good.
Oh.
So this is what.
Alright, who's the meme? Me or the statue? It's okay, you can say it's. No, I'm kidding.
No, this guy. Because I was super slow on the doorway. There's too many enemies, and this guy who has the cracker is deloaded. And he will not... I can aim at him and shoot him the 20 bullets he needs to get killed, but he won't die unless he is loaded. And I have to go next to him and then hopefully get the item. I mean, if that happens like in really good runs, it's usually dead. You don't have the meds to survive it. And yeah, that's why we use the grenade launcher. Only thing in this run. Cheese this dragon.
It's a really nice way of killing him. Really safe.
Yeah.
Oh man, I've never seen this before.
And then the last level, which scared a lot of me. Like a lot of me when I was a kid. It's dark. Random guys running to the house, scaring me. You need to kill 15 enemies before the boss itself spawns.
It's the same boss from End of Opera House.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take 2 meds. Yeah, I'm gonna take 2 meds should be enough. In speedruns we take 2 and just hope for the best. What happened?
Oh, nice fall. I think you somehow embedded at the edge of the tile there.
What is this spawn? Is this like the random, the best RNG ever or what?
You're probably gonna gold this now. That'd be amazing.
So there's different patterns for these guys. This is the route. We always want to take the dog and the pistol guy first. Because they're the first one, and if you kill them really late, there's a chance that they just run around the mansion. It's dark, so you can't even find them, losing you like 5 minutes. They don't know how to path towards you. What are you doing here, dog? Oh, what is this one? That is like weirdest stuff ever. So there's 2 guys inside, so I'm gonna go in. Again, miss shots. This is like... What? So this shotgun is like one of the worst guns in this game. Because the aim is really bad. I'm gonna
Definitely
do quick shooting here.
the worst one.
So I aim, I shoot, turn away, lose the lock, and instantly relock, and it gives you faster fire rate. That's the run, sub 138, not the worst.
GG.
GG. Thank you, thank you. That is actually pretty okay.
GG.
That's glitchless.
You've had a strong viewer count too. The footy community is strong.
So when is Erack going live?
I can go live right now.
And
I only have
radio straight up, really.
So I can use these 2.
Alright, give me a moment. Da, da, da.
What do you say, Neha?
Nothing. Don't worry. Nothing of importance.
What's the in-game time? That's the most important always, even though it doesn't matter at all. Only 20 seconds of loads. Nice. Actually 18 seconds, so not bad. pretty good run. No, not bad mistakes.
Yeah, nice.
And okay, so I'm gonna just show off now with the thing. If you finish the game and you start a new game, you get the new game plus. Just you get all the guns, unlimited ammo, and flares. But meds you have to pick up. Enemies have double health now. You have time to show one glitch. Well, we're gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna show you what you can do with guns in this game. Hey, well played. Yeah, I finished the Glitchless run. Erack will be doing Tomb Raider 3 very soon. And it's with glitches.
I will indeed.
I'm gonna go do the ladder fast. I'll take the harpoon first. And I'm gonna pick up the item and then draw gun. And I glitched Lara's hand. Now we can have a harpoon with one hand here. Yeah, this is new game plus. This works in normal game. Now I can press a grenade launcher, for example. And I can use harpoon as a grenade launcher. With the fire rate of harpoon. And you can do the same with M16. You grab the ladder, glitch it, like that, and you can use shotgun, for example. It's a pretty OP. Or you can use grenade launcher, which is, the fire rate is crazy. But yeah, that's it. That's it from me. Is Erack ready for the raid?
Yeah, I'm live.
Nice. So thanks for watching, everyone.
Thank you.
Go to Erack's channel. He's doing Tomb Raider 3. I'll be commentating and see you there. Bye bye.